Welcome, Packers. Happy Monday. Bonjour, shalom, namaste, assalamu alaikum, bienvenidos. I hope you are well, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a good weekend. Obviously, all weekends are weird because all days during this time are weird and they're harder for some of us than others, and different weekends are harder for different reasons for different people. I had a pretty good weekend. I got takeout from one of my favorite restaurants in St. Paul called Brasa, and my dad got to see his granddaughter for the first time ever from a safe, socially safe distance. But he got to see baby Claire, so that was really nice. Shout out to Annie Balza working on some sick skateboarding tricks. Good to go for a run around town and see some people out and about. See the South St. Paul Dairy Queen is open. Not sure everybody going there is following social distancing rules, but let's keep in mind that's real serious, and we're doing it for the nurses and the doctors in the hospitals as much as we are doing it for ourselves. So keep that in mind. Thought for the day: did you watch the One World Together at Home? Lady Gaga and a bunch of other people put this together. Pretty star-studded lineup, making music and then trying to raise money for COVID. Maybe you watched it, maybe you didn't. This is just a little bit of American trivia, American pop culture trivia. What's the name of the famous 1985 recording that, rather than having a bunch of people each do their own songs, this was an incredible number of people all sing one song to raise money for the continent of Africa. Does anybody know the song of that single? Michael Jackson had a big hand in it. And it was a song called We Are the World. Check that out on YouTube. Kind of a fun music video to look at. Now, if we look at our reminders and assignments here, just a few things. Last Friday, we turned in this distance learning survey. Thank you. Thank you for turning that in. That really gave me some feedback to know how to change things, what's working and what's not working for you. So the distance learning survey, really appreciate that. The learning check, that was just simply watching essentially my review video and answering a few questions. My apologies to the U.S. history class. There was one question that I kept screwing up, but I think I fixed it. And if I didn't, let me know. So today we're going to talk about assessment 7.1. We're not really done with U.S. history with Unit 7. Our pacing, how fast we're going, is a little bit off, obviously, with this block scheduling. But we are going to start an assessment today. It's not due till Thursday, but note this: on Wednesday, you will also have an assignment. So you really don't want to leave this until Wednesday or Thursday, because you are going to get another assignment called the Shoah, which is a little bit of a preview, give you a little bit of a tip on what we're going to talk about on Wednesday. And then on Tuesday, I really want to try this Schoology Conferencing, which is kind of just the in Schoology way of having a video meeting, if you will, with everybody in class. Hopefully, most of you can make that. We'll talk about that here in just a second. There's going to be a separate video on the agenda talking about this assessment, so keep that in mind. If you don't know what period you have this class, obviously we're not following a bell schedule, but in the grade book, I believe it's still broken up by periods for you. And this is when I want to hold these digital conferences on Tuesday. Obviously, they're optional, but I want to make sure that we can do them. And I want to make sure that I know how to do them and that you know how to do them. These Schoology Conferences on Tuesday. You can see the time here. If you don't know what period, again, you have it, I really think if you look on Infinite Campus, which is where you get your grades and your schedule, it should say, if you don't know, if you can't figure it out, email me. I'm happy to show you how to do that. And then just really quickly, what that Schoology Conference will look like in Schoology, just over here on the side, there's a button here called Conferences. And you just click on it, and essentially you enter a video chat. You don't have to be part of the video, but it'll be just a way for us to answer questions. In particular, I want to make sure we're clear on the assessment piece. So it'll be on Tuesday at those times. You can see short 15 minutes if you can make it. Great, but if you can't make it, email works just fine. Schoology messaging works just fine. Those sorts of things. So today, what we're doing is, again, we can't really wrap up World War II yet, but we want to have an assessment on what we do know. So in the Monday folder, we've got the agenda here. This is where the video you're watching here, hopefully. So, but then also notice, here's a video to walk you through the assessment process. I'll add that before I post this, and then you'll know more about the assessment in detail. The do now, it's straightforward, and then really it's just going to be that assessment, multiple forms to it. So a bunch of announcements there. Really wanted to make sure that you know about coming hopefully on tomorrow, Tuesday, for that conferencing in the afternoon, and then that this assessment is not due on Tuesday night. It's going to be due on Thursday night, and then, oh yeah, I missed this one. No school on Friday. That was a normal thing because we were going to have in-person conferences. Obviously, we aren't going to have in-person conferences, but we're still going to get together as teachers to try to figure out, what we're doing well and what we need to improve. I'll reiterate my appreciation for the distance learning survey answers, and reiterate the fact that, I'm paid money to help you, and I want to help you. So please reach out in whatever way you feel comfortable, and we're going to have a good week. Thanks.